are you?
Good afternoon.
Director, if you want to counsel Holly real quick, go over to these.
All right. Hello, everyone. So welcome. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here as we celebrate the opening of this very beautiful reimagined I-71 northbound area, this rest area here in Fayette County. And I want to thank you, Governor DeWine, for your vision to make the rest areas safer, more inviting and accessible, and to make them a monument to highlight all the wonderful, amazing attractions that are in Ohio, because we are, and these showcase the heart of it all. So I also want to thank Director Mahalik, who I don't believe is here today, but her team at the Department of Development has been a great partner in helping ODOT to reimagine and upgrade the tourism information at these rest areas. I also want to thank Director Haug, who is here today, for focusing on the health and the safety of people with disabilities, developmental disabilities, and increasing the access and opportunities for community participation and integration. I appreciate the work of ODOT's central office and District 6 facilities teams, because the public often only sees this final product, this great-looking rest area. But it takes a lot of people to make it a reality, and I thank you for making Ohio's rest areas better than ever before. I also want to thank the Ohio Facilities Commission for doing a lot of the heavy lifting for these rest area projects, because we appreciate all that you do. And we're grateful to our partners, Pruce Construction, Brown & Bills Architects, for their outstanding work and commitment to quality on delivering some excellent space that will serve travelers for years to come. And I know some of you are here in the audience, and we thank you. So I am pleased to acknowledge some guests here with us today. So the Fayette County Commissioners, Donald Fleek and Jim Garland. We also have Catherine Sulecki, who is the State Director for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library of Ohio. And we have Joy Bledsoe, the Executive Director of the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission. So with that, I would like to thank you all for celebrating this important announcement with us. And now I would give you Ohio's Governor, Mike DeWine.
Hey, Director. Director, thank you very much. Thanks for everybody coming out on a nice, warm Ohio day. It's great. It's good to see all of you. We're very proud to open this rest area. As you can see all around you, we show different points that are close here, or not too far away, and this is just one more rest area that we're doing. We've done a number in the state. We're going to continue to do them. We think when people travel, they stop in a rest area. If they're coming from wherever they're coming from, we want them to understand how great the state of Ohio is, and this rest area will give people an opportunity to do that. Of course, we know, as you came in here, you saw the new Honda LG Energy Solution electric vehicle battery plant, and the Honda folks back there told me that it's going to open in, a couple weeks? Is that? I always try to push people a little bit there. They've assured me that this calendar year it will be open, though. So we're very, very excited about that. This rest area really represents our commitment to serving the needs of people not only of the state of Ohio, but anyone who's traveling through the state. It is the first rest area location that we're unveiling a new universal changing station, which is what you're seeing right here. And it's over there, back there. This is a private family restroom, provides a clean, safe area for people with disabilities and medical conditions and their caregivers to tend to their needs. It includes a large adjustable table. This day has been in the making for quite some time. We're glad that it is here. Frankly, it started when two loving, dedicated Ohioans, Ohio moms, told us about the challenges they faced traveling with their sons and suggested that we put these in our rest areas. And we are starting to do that with this one here. Kim Kirkwood, Jennifer Corcoran, they're here today with their sons, ask us to consider adding adult-sized changing tables in public restrooms across the state of Ohio. So I'm pleased today to announce that this is the first of 29 planned universal changing stations at Ohio rest areas, 29. And let me show you the map. You can see here what is in red will be in place. These all are going to be in place in this calendar year. And then in 2026, what you see in blue, we'll have those in place as well. So we're very excited about that. This is certainly about inclusion, it's about opportunity, it's about dignity. It's really a continuation of a commitment that I made the day that I took the oath of office in 2019, when we established Ohio as a disability inclusion state and model employer of individuals with disabilities. Now, the rest areas, we know we had to go further than that. So in addition to the plan to install 29 of these stations in rest areas across Ohio, we have invested additional money to add universal changing tables in other places, in rural and urban communities throughout the state of Ohio. And so we have worked with local officials to make sure that this happens. Through the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities, we have supported with dollars adding 136 universal changing tables in public spaces in 42 of our counties. Libraries, fairgrounds, community centers, airports, museums, and zoos, and more. 16 counties now have mobile units that can be moved for community events or festivals or county fairs, anything that people come together, we can bring those in. And we're going to continue to expand this as we move forward. These efforts have made Ohio the national leader in the commitment to universal changing stations and tables, and we're very, very proud of that fact. Last year, in addition, Ohio's building code was updated for new construction to include universal changing tables in many public spaces used by large groups, such as entertainment venues, shopping malls, airports, college campuses. So you're going to see more and more of them in the coming years. I'm very proud of the work of the Ohio Department of Transportation, the Ohio Facilities Constructions Commission, the Department of Developmental Disabilities, the Department of Development, and Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities. All have been working to make Ohio's rest areas safer, more accessible, and inclusive for all people. We want everyone to have the opportunity to travel our great state and to enjoy all the things that we all enjoy. As you can see here on the images around us and pictures around us, Ohio truly is the heart of it all. There's plenty to explore, plenty to see, and a lot to do. Rest areas really are a place for people to come, use the restroom, but also sometimes just to chill out for a few minutes, sometime to let the kids go out and run. I know Fran and I, with 8 kids, as we've traveled not only the state of Ohio, but the country now with grandkids, sometimes you just want a place where kids can go and run a while, get out of the car, and have that opportunity. So at our rest areas, we also, as I said, are sharing a little history. Inside one of the rooms here, right over there, you see the Barber pole right behind you. Now, you may wonder why that's here. No, we are not having a barber here 24/7, but we could, but not going to do that. But you can see there a vintage barber chair, barber pole, and tools, all on loan from the National Barber Museum and Hall of Fame. This is one-of-a-kind museum in Canal, Winchester. It's a gem right here in Central Ohio, operated by the Canal Winchester Area Historical Society. Museum founder Edwin Jeffers was the CEO of the National Association of Barber Boards. He established the museum in 1988 to preserve and promote the barbering profession and history. So we have the museum curator and director with us here today, Mike E. Pauletti. Mike, thank you very much. We want to point out something else. We probably won't be going out and viewing it today or reading it, but it's a little cold. But another great feature outside many of our rest areas now in the state of Ohio is the Storybook Trail. This is a place to read a book, enjoy nature while getting a little exercise. And we have also put these in a number of our state parks. This particular rest area features one of Fran and my and some of our grandchildren's favorite book. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. Those of you who have young kids, I'm sure are familiar with the book. We're proud also it's by Ohio author and illustrator Lauren Long. And so Lauren he's an illustrator, he's also an author, and he is from Cincinnati. This was my wife Fran's idea. As you know, one of the things that she is doing is promoting the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. We are very, very proud of the fact that we now lead the nation in number of children who are receiving these books. Over 400,000 children are receiving a free book in the mail every single month. That's from the time of birth to the age of 5 years of age. So actually 412,000 Ohio children. We're over 61% of the kids in the state of Ohio from 0 to 5. So the only commercial you hear today is this one. If you have children, grandchildren, or great-grandchildren who are under 5, go online and you can sign them up. Again, it's a free book in the mail. And it's something that we're very, very proud of. It's part of our whole effort to really focus on literacy, to focus on learning to read. We know that kids getting familiar with books early on in their life, it just helps them when they get to kindergarten, it helps them to move forward. We will continue to add universal stations, as I said, changing stations around the state of Ohio. We're going to add 17 more this year, 10 more next year, and we're very excited about that. So we again want to thank Kim and Jennifer for their efforts as they work to help their sons Matthew and Aiden and others around the state of Ohio. So let me ask Kim and Jennifer to come up, share a few words. After that, you'll hear from the Director of the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities, Kim Houck. Kim has been a great proponent of this, and we're just delighted to have her as director and very, very proud of the work that she does as well. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Corcoran, and this is my son, Matthew Helton. Matthew is 24 years old, and we have been advocating for inclusion, the inclusion of universal changing tables, for 10 years. Before we started this journey, I changed him in the back of my van, leaving him no dignity. Until recently, his brothers grew up in a world that forced isolation into our lives. To eliminate this issue for everyone, we have introduced legislation in the Ohio Senate and House, wrote building code, started the Ohio Changing Spaces, and are partnering with county boards of developmental disabilities across Ohio.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Kirkwood, and this is my son, Aiden, who is almost 12 years old. And we began advocating for universal changing tables when he was around 5 years old. And we had an incident where we were out and about and we used a public restroom, and we had two choices of where to change. And one was on the concrete floor of the restroom and one was the baby changing table. And at 5 years old, he was over the weight limit and it almost collapsed. And I had a moment of realization that if we didn't start speaking up about this barrier in our lives, we would live a very small life and not be able to go very many places. And so we chose to start advocating and speaking up about this. And around 3 years ago, Jennifer, Matthew, Aiden, and I all joined forces with Changing Spaces Ohio and started advocating to make a difference. Prior to approaching ODOT with our idea to ask them to install universal changing stations at the rest stops, we had already gained the support of the Ohio Board of Building Standards, who were very supportive of our petition to include adult changing stations in the Ohio Building Code. And installing these in our rest stops was the natural next step. I reached out to Governor DeWine's office to ask if he would support our advocacy work, and he connected us with ODOT. We assembled a great team to meet there with ODOT and bring this to their attention, including advocates from the Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities and Jay Richards from the Ohio Board of Building Standards. These changing tables are wonderful because they are so much more inclusive than baby changing tables. They can be used by parents with babies, small children, older children, adults, anyone with a disability or a medical condition, and our aging loved ones. Because of the investments ODOT has made in installing universal changing tables inside family restrooms across our state, people will be able to go see their relatives that they haven't seen in a long time, go travel and visit new places across our state, and just get out and live their lives.
The partnerships we have formed over the past few years are the force that has pushed Ohio to lead the way towards accessibility. The Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities recognized the need and connected us with all the county boards, and they listened and immediately put plans of action into place for advocacy. The Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities also listened and shared it with Governor DeWine, who included them in the 2024 budget. 49 county boards applied for and received $4.4 million to have universal changing tables put into our communities. This is by far the biggest investment that's happened in the United States. Through the Ohio Board of Building Standards, Ohio was the first of 2 states that have included the building code, including the universal changing stations. The Ohio Department of Transportation, as we see, is going to put in 29 rest areas with universal changing tables. Ohio's efforts are being shared through our National Changing Spaces campaign, which is 26 states strong. And it's being noticed, and they're trying to do what we're doing. So Ohio is the leader towards advocacy and accessibility. Kim, Aiden, Matthew, and I could not make this change on our own. It is happening because of all of these partnerships. And truthfully, we're pretty proud to be Ohioans at this time. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and I want to start by thanking Kim and Jennifer, Governor DeWine, and all of our other partners that are here today who have made this celebration possible. Rest stops that include universal changing stations add to a growing list of opportunities that make Ohio a place where people with disabilities and their families can live their best lives. The opening today demonstrates our commitment as a state to being inclusive and accessible. For many people with disabilities and their families, an inclusive community starts with an accessible community. Partners across the state, including Changing Spaces, the state agencies that are here today, county boards, and many more, are working together to turn this vision into a reality. Like Kim, Jennifer, Matthew, and Aiden, people with lived experience across Ohio have been advocating for more opportunities to engage with their communities. Ohio is a place where all voices are heard and people are valued. To all who advocated for more universal changing tables, congratulations on this accomplishment. And again, thank you to Governor DeWine, the Ohio Department of Transportation, and the Department of Development for listening and prioritizing inclusion. The power of advocacy in Ohio is strong, and I am incredibly proud to stand alongside a governor who cares deeply, families who inspire, and agencies that are dedicated to making Ohio the heart of opportunity through inclusion and accessibility. Thank you.
So if you would join me in giving Kim and Jennifer a hand again, great work. As they both said so very eloquently, this is about expanding life. It's allowing people to live their lives and not have a small life but a big life. Be able to get out and see this, not only this great state, but see this great country. And really that's what this is all about. We hope that other states will follow this and do this so that no matter where you drive in this whole country, you will have access to this, and families will be able to not worry and will be able to travel more. And we're glad what Ohio is doing now. We doing the ribbon now?
Any questions from the media?
Any questions? We can do one-on-ones later. Any questions now, you guys, for any of us? Okay. I think it's the ribbon, guys. Come on.
Move the podium out of the way, Governor.
Yep.